At C2E2 this year, Funko unveiled a brand new product called Jumbo Chan. They started the line off with their mascot Freddy Funko, and it's funny because they've actually technically been creating this exact character for years. You may even notice the sweater that I'm wearing right now, and if you take a look on the arm, there he is. Also, when I turn around on the back side here, do you see what I'm talking about? It's also that Freddy Jumbo Chan. I guess at the time they just didn't really have a specific name for him. They were almost just calling him like the Astro Boy Freddy. And it wasn't just this hoodie that they created, there was also some Funko Pops to go along with it. And actually, now that I think about it, people were calling it Astro Boy Freddy. I think Funko legally had to call it Atomic Freddy. Either way, an amazing character that I've loved since they started even making just this sweater. Years and years ago, I picked this one up, and I try to not wear it too often, so like, you know, none of the logos crack. It stays in decent condition, because I like wearing it. Well, I like wearing it, but not enough to wreck it. You know what I mean? But anyways, everybody, the point of the video today is that we're going to be taking a look at every single Jumbo Chan that I have in my collection. There is 3 of them so far, and I was lucky enough to get the Voltron one. It just hasn't arrived yet, but as soon as it does, I'm going to be talking about it. It's an amazing figure, and I was lucky to get one. There's only 1,200 pieces of every single one of these, so let's start with the first, which is actually going to be, here he is, the man himself, Freddy Funko. Like I mentioned, this one here was unveiled at C2E2 back in like March, I think it is, and I love how this box looks. It's got the Jumbo Chan logo up here, original fun for everyone, and then it says Freddy Funko across the bottom. And now let me show you guys a full 360 of the box here, because it's got the actual figure on the back, as well as some more art on the side, and then we're back to the front again. And now, let's open this thing up. There we go. And oh right, the certificate of authenticity is on top. And so here it is, everybody. As you can see, it's a 14-inch vinyl figure. It's got all of the specs, and it really is crazy how much they put into these. And with them being $250 each, it totally makes sense, but I love every single bit of them. The amount of detail put into this. Like, here we are, guys. You ready? Look at that. It's perfect. Like, seriously, everybody, there's so much great detail put into this. Like, the way they did the crown, and how it's really thick on the top. I like how this looks. It's a little bit more cartoony than usual, and there's something about that that I really enjoy. I also love the t-shirt, and like I said earlier, if you'll notice, it looks pretty much exactly like that Atomic Freddy they released a while back. I also really enjoy the pose they put him in, and I'm pretty sure that every single one of them has a similar pose, but the molds are still completely different. You'll see what I mean in a second. Also, for anybody wondering, the weight of these characters are pretty solid. I don't know if they're like all the way through vinyl, but it doesn't feel very thin. Like, I could definitely not squish this. I don't know the best way to describe it, but it feels pretty premium. Now, everyone, next up here, we have Gatchaman. Now, this one here is an amazing one that we have already kind of taken a look at. I actually got this over at San Diego Comic-Con. Funko was nice enough to gift this to me. So, Funko, thank you so much again. And we're going to be taking a look at it a bit closer up than we did the first time, because this really has some amazing detail. And when I open it up, you'll see what I'm talking about, how they're similar, but not the same. And now, give me another 10 minutes. I've got to get this thing open. There we go! And now, just like the Freddy Funko, we of course have to take a look at the certificate of authenticity. There it is, come on. And now, I don't know why they're calling it Gatchaman everywhere, because this is Ken the Eagle, and it's one of the characters, of course, well, from the show Gatchaman. And wow, here he is. Now, this is one that I have taken a look at already, but it is still so amazing to see it again. Like, every time I take it out of the box, it still feels like the first time I'm looking at it. And I don't know what it is about them, they're just so premium and amazing, and I'm not like glazing or anything. I just really enjoy these things. And you know what I think it is? It's because I've collected Pops for so long, and then for Funko to come out with something like this, it's completely different, like a total 180 from everything else they've done. And so if you guys want to take a look at Ken a little bit closer up, here he is. And if you want to see him from the side, there it is. I also love the little bit on his helmet. Like, they put every single detail into this. They didn't skip on anything. Another thing that I really enjoy as well, and I'm a sucker for clear vinyl. I don't know why, but there's something about it that I really enjoy. So the way they did the visor on this and how it's got the beak to it, It's really nice. Oh, and also, I love the way they did the belt, and how he actually has the giant G on the front. I feel like if that wasn't there, it would definitely be a missed opportunity. What would they do otherwise? I don't know, but I just love how it looks. And now, everybody, it is time to get into the third Jumbo Chan of the day, and here we've got Speed Racer. And again, if you want to take a look at the box, here it is. There is just, again, so much put into every single one of these. And oh, I want to mention, after we take a look at Speed Racer, I want to give you my list of characters that I would love to see as Jumbo Chans in the future. And I think I came up with some pretty good ones, but before we do that, let me get this thing open. Oh, this one's actually a lot cleaner, and boom! That was easy. And now, just like the other two, if you guys want to take a look at the certificate of authenticity, there it is. Again, loving it. And now, let me move this off to the side, and we will take a look at Speed Racer. Oh, we've got another clear visor. Like I said, some of my favorite parts of a figure. But yeah, here, ooh, almost dropped him. I apologize, Speed Racer, but there it is. Look at it. Like, seriously, you cannot beat this. The helmet being so shiny is amazing. And then also the way they did the G on the front there, and just in general, I mean, come on, that's Speed Racer. And yeah, like I said, the visor on this thing is amazing. And now, since we've got them all out, let me show you the three of them together. Like, they look amazing on a shelf, especially because they're similar, but they're not all exactly the same, you know? It's like a similar style because they all have their arms to the side, but they change them up completely. And it's the same with the Voltron as well. Completely different, but similar. You know they go together, but they're not the same. But now, everybody, let me tell you my list of characters that I would love to see as Jumbo Chans in the future. And Funko, if you're watching, take the ideas. I want you to. Now, I wrote down a list of like maybe about 8 or 9 different ones that I think would be really fun. And I'm just gonna kind of go through these, and you guys put in the comments which ones you think out of these would be the best, or maybe if you thought of somebody else, put them down there too. But my idea was to keep it in the same realm as everything else that we've already got as a Jumbo Chan. So you ready for this? Okay, first one I've got here is Doraemon. I know, but I think it would be a really cool one, especially because they are kind of like this cuter style. They could totally do something. I feel like it would work well. Then I've got Luffy, and now I know, come on, give him a giant straw hat, maybe even have him like stretching a bit. Oh, you know, it'd be really cool if like maybe his arms are like out farther and then in because they're all like to the hips. That could be a lot of fun. Now another one that I've got here is Ash Ketchum, because we've got a lot of Pokemon stuff, but we've never seen one of him, and I think a Jumbo Chan would be a perfect way to do it. The iconic hat with the puffer vest, I mean, come on. Let me know what you guys think. Now, next up here, I've got Sonic, and of course, I've been trying to pick all of these Japanese characters, and I feel like this one is another great one to do. They could have him with the big eyes, and then, like, you know, the way they do is kind of like hair back with the blue. I think it'd be really cool, too. Gundam. I don't exactly know what they would do, but I feel like, you know, one of the classic Gundam ones, especially because they have started making pops for them. Actually, either of these two. Well, no, hold on. This one here. I want this one as a Jumbo Chan. Now, don't get me wrong, the other one is cool, and I can't think of their names at the moment. My brother would know better than I would, but I think they would be such a cool set, or even if they just do the one, I feel like the one is okay. Now, I know there's a lot of Dragon Ball fans out there, so you guys ready for this one? Goku. That's it, just a classic Goku, I think would be amazing, because, you know, the hair would look great. They could do it kind of like the crown here, where it's like coming out of the top a little bit. I think, yeah, a Goku would be pretty amazing. Now, I know that I've been doing all of these Japanese TV things, and I wrote down Spider-Man, and this is actually because of the Japanese TV Spider-Man that Funko did a few years ago. It's a little bit different from the classic Spider-Man that you might know from the comics, but I think it would be really, really cool. Like, it would look similar to Spider-Man, but also have that kind of like Japanese feel to it like the rest of the characters do. Okay, I've got 2 more, everybody. This one here being Godzilla. Now, I don't exactly know how they would do that, but with it being Godzilla's 70th anniversary, I feel like they could come up with something neat. Especially with him having these larger eyes, and they kind of look like that anyways. Like, I don't exactly know how they would do it, but I think Funko could definitely pull it off. And then the last one that I've got down here, and it may be too similar to this Freddy here, but it's Astro Boy. I mean, we've literally got a Freddy as Astro Boy, but we don't have an Astro Boy. I mean, come on, we need one. Especially because Funko has done a bunch of different Astro Boy figures in the past. Why not do a Jumbo Chan? And anyways, everybody, that is pretty much gonna do it for today. I hope you guys did enjoy, because these things are amazing. I love checking them out. And if you guys want to see more videos like this, don't forget to hit subscribe. But anyways, I'll see you tomorrow.